Hi, my name is Todd McAlery. I'm the instructor for APS 150 Introductory Ethics for Engineers at the University of Toronto, and this is Module 4B, the Non-Academic Code of Conduct. The Non-Academic Code of Conduct just deals with the behavior of students, faculty, and staff while on campus. It includes these sorts of criteria. No person shall assault another person, particularly in any way sexually. No person should either assault or cause or threaten to cause bodily harm to another individual. No person should do anything that endangers the health or safety of another individual. And no person should do anything that either destroys or threatens to destroy another person's property, or knowingly causing fear of damage to that person's property. Vexatious conduct is not allowed, and this could be a wide range of different things, including comments to an individual that are based on race, ancestry, place of origin, color, ethnicity, citizenship, and those sorts of things. Any kind of prejudice or bigotry talk, something that's known to be unwelcome to an individual, and bullying, all of that is vexatious conduct. We need to treat each other with respect, and none of that will be tolerated. There's a requirement not to harass other individuals. Basically, bullying is not allowed. Making somebody feel uncomfortable, or even cyberbullying. Anything that imposes upon any individual any fear for their safety or the safety of others, or anything that impedes their freedom to participate reasonably in the programs offered by the university. That's harassment, and it's not allowed. Harassment also includes following a person, repeatedly communicating with them when they're not interested in those communications, watching their dwelling, peeping Tom, that sort of scenario, or any kind of threatening contact. All of that, or conduct, all of that is harassment, and it's not permitted. Disruptions are also not allowed, with the exception of peaceful picketing. But any kind of activity that obstructs the conduct of a meeting or forcibly blocks the access to activities, that constitutes a disruption, and it's not allowed. People's property needs to be respected. It can't be stolen or destroyed or damaged. And that includes U of T premises, any physical property that belongs to an individual, and that also includes information or intellectual property, which is covered by copyright issues that were discussed in an earlier module. And no person should deface any part of the University of Toronto, spray painting and those sorts of things, not allowed. No person should possess property that belongs to the University of Toronto without proper authorization. You can't steal anything that belongs to the university. Property that's not your own, you can't be in possession of. And you can't do anything that endangers or threatens the destruction of property of the University of Toronto as well. It is also an offense to bring false charges against somebody. If a person didn't do something wrong and you claim that they did do something wrong, that's a false charge, and that's not allowed. Aiding a person in the commission of an offense is also an offense. And so it's not enough if somebody commits an offense. If you help them commit that offense, then you're also guilty of an offense. If you have any sanctions applied against you, you must comply with them. And firearms are also not allowed on university property, with the exception of peace officers and the Canadian Forces acting in the course of duty. So this all gets back to our ethical standard, and ethics deals with character, and ethics deals with what's right and what's wrong. So the university has defined an ethical standard for all of its members, including students, faculty, and staff. And the university will apply that, and they can suspend people from participating for any violations in this code of conduct. So it's something you must be aware of and comply with. If for any reason you do get into a situation where you've done something that is an offense according to the code of conduct, it's best to offer an apology. If you sincerely offer an apology where you acknowledge what you've done and you express regret for having done it, accept responsibility for doing it, the sanctions are more likely to be tolerable and something that you can move forward with more easily than if you simply deny responsibility, offer up some excuse to try to limit or eliminate your responsibility and sanctions. If you really are guilty of something, offer up an apology. That's the best path forward. So in summary, the Code of Conduct governs all students at the U of T. You must know it. The ignorance of the code is not an excuse. You must comply with it. And there are penalties for violations, the severity of which will, depend on the offense, but it certainly increases if there are repeat offenses. And that's the end of part 4. Thank you.